Sponsored by Michelob Ultra. Enjoy responsibly. And by Verizon, the official 5G network of the NFL.
We are back, and a wild one here in Cincinnati. Mahomes, Kansas City outscored in the second half. Burrow, monster numbers. Chase with an all-time performance by a rookie. Most yards ever.
He was close to like Randy Moss. He's got to be getting close there.
Here's Burrow on the sneak.
If you're Cincinnati, you don't want this touchdown yet. You want one more timeout being used. By the way, Burrow right there, Jim. He's not the best at quarterback sneaks. He's now has 5 quarterback sneaks that haven't produced the yard they needed.
Timeout called by the Chiefs, who clogged that middle. Well, as you said about a half an hour ago, how exciting this half hour is going to be. Tampa Bay and Tom Brady appear to have come all the way back from a big deficit with a late drive.
Wow.
Rams come from behind to beat Baltimore. The Ravens are mathematically not out of it yet. They're still alive. I don't know exactly what the formula is, but you've got 1:55 to go. We got the State Farm post-game show, and that is where you're going to hear all the latest news about the postseason scenarios with JB and all the crew coming up on the State Farm post-game show.
And if you're a Browns fan, I know all the players are watching this right now.
You're rooting so hard right now for Kansas City. If you're
and they're like,
Browns
let
fan.
them score, get the ball to Mahomes back. This is a really interesting scenario right here, Jim.
Second and goal. And
He wasn't really trying to score. You see this? It's so genius right here.
he was close to going in if he wasn't trying to. Timeout again called by the Chiefs.
But you can see him kind of hold himself up a little there. He's okay going in, but he's also almost not.
You really think he's trying to hold back here?
Well, watch. At the very end of this, to me, it looked like it was go ahead and score. Don't be aggressive, putting the ball out or anything. Protect the ball. If you don't get it, fine. So you're probably right. He's trying to score.
Well, now here's the thing. If you don't score here, you know, you're going to have to go for the field goal and take the lead. And now you've again got Mahomes, even though they've used all of their timeouts, you've got time for Kansas City to do something. So you need to punch it across on this time.
Yes, 100%. But I'm going for it on 4th down.
Even with the game tie?
Well, maybe not. Yeah, I guess you're right. Nah, I probably wouldn't. Depends. Like, have all these been ones where we're trying not to score, or are these all ones that we are trying to score on? Because if you can't do it in 3, I'm not likely to.
I think they would go field goal.
I think they would too. But the biggest thing is having no time. This is going to take you down, if they don't score here, Jim, to roughly a minute, under a minute.
Here you go, 3rd and goal. Get your cameras out and start recording.
I think he hands
Huge
it off
play. They do. They hand it off. Mixon. Did he get across? No signal yet. Oh, my goodness.
So
they stop him short. It's 4th down, and the clock cannot be stopped.
You definitely kick the field goal, but this is not bad. I still think if I'm a Bengal fan, this gives me more likely a chance to win, because you're going to actually take this down, take a timeout as the Bengals, but you're going to give Mahomes with 50 seconds and no timeouts. That's not a lot of time, and yes, it is a field goal. This is a tough call.
Oh,
I'm torn. I really am.
Well, it's been a season of going for it on 4th down all across the league. But can you imagine doing it right here with the division on the line? I can't. Timeout called by Zach Taylor. 58 seconds.
Well, you never want to give the ball to like a Brady, Mahomes, Rodgers. But when you're under a minute, and this will get the ball back, and you have no timeouts, it's really difficult to get into scoring position unless you have a good kickoff return.
Well, they certainly haven't made any line changes here as the offense stays on the field. Travis Kelce saying, just give me a chance to get out there and try to get our team back into it.
I don't dislike this. Like, to be honest, it's.
Well, they're gonna.
I said it initially in my heart. I was like, I'd go for it on 3rd and 4th because you're so close. The biggest issue is were they trying to score on 1st and 2nd?
All right, they're bringing receivers in. They brought in Higgins, just runs into the lineup now, into the huddle. How about this? Boyd just also came from the sideline. My goodness, the call of the year right here.
So you're going to get in shotgun, and you're going to fake it to this running back, right?
Biggest game in years at the Jungle. Biggest call in years in Cincinnati.
You got one-on-one. You want to throw it, you can do it.
Here they go. They go for him. 4th and goal. Burrow. First option not there. Gives it up to Mixon. Looks for an opening. Oh, it's going to be close. There's a flag down. They mark him short. We'll check the flag. Mixon thought he had it. He might have had a knee down instead.
Well, it's going to be a hold, so we know, but it's a matter of whether or not Kansas City gets the ball, because you'll kick a field goal here, and you took more time off if you're Cincinnati. It's not the worst thing if Mixon got in, because then you're going to kick the field goal. But if Mixon doesn't get in, wow.
There were fouls by both teams during the play, holding offense number 79, holding defense number 35. Wow. Those fouls offset. Repeat 4th down.
Just help Cincy just take another down. 8 seconds.
You still go for it, I guess, huh?
No, kick the field goal.
That's what I say. But they still have the offense out there.
He would have been in. I think he broke the plane.
Yeah, I do too. Even though the elbow was down, I think it had already crossed the plane. So Zach Taylor's, they're gonna replay the down, and they're gonna double down. They're gonna double down on the decision.
I would run with it. I know spread them out, but I would have kicked the field goal at this point now for sure. Once they stop you 5, 6, 7 times from the one, you dig it. But now they're going to be up here.
Here they go.
You're going to have to throw it right away outside. Just throw the fade and live with it.
Burrow rolling out, looking, he almost got hit, throws it, flag in the end zone. Flag in the end zone.
Oh my goodness. What is going on? It's like heart attacks go around for every team. So this is going to be a hold. Someone hit hands to the face, I think, on Boyd. That long one-on-one, there's going to be
get him a first down, too.
Illegal use of hands to the face.
Yep.
Defense, number 35.
Wow.
Half the distance to the goal.
So the roll of the dice works out in a most unusual fashion with a first down off a penalty.
It's not 35, it's 38 right here. Watch his hands to the face right there. And he holds that face mask a little bit. Boyd adjusts. But what are all these routes on cover 0 coming after you?
Burrow might have been hurt here. He hobbled to the sideline.
Oh, yeah, I see him. He's hopping off. He's out of the game. He was hurt.
Yeah, they've had to bring in Brandon Allen. He got hit by Tyrann Mathieu, who was blitzing. It's another thing that happens by electing to run another play and going for it. But now you got Brandon Allen who comes out. Both teams are out of timeouts.
I would take a knee here.
That's all you got to do.
Yep,
take a knee. Set it up for McPherson to kick it with no time left.
Yep.
Brandon Allen takes the knee.
I would actually now I would actually clock it. So take it down. You don't rush them out there to snap it. You take it down to 3 seconds. Really 5 seconds. You spike the ball. Send down your field goal unit.
Well, with one kick, McPherson could give Cincinnati the division title. Could put Tennessee in the first position in the AFC playoffs.
Watch out. This is a backup quarterback. That snap is not near as easy as you think. And he's not going to be silly and down this, right, Jim? He's going to spike it, isn't he?
He better do that.
Okay, snap it.
Better do it quickly. That brought some suspense into it.
It did. Took his time, and that ball came up a little interesting. But
that is going to be big news after the game. The extent of the injury to Burrow.
I mean, how incredibly, I don't want to say fortunate, but fortunate, like you said, could they take this all the way down? It's like they could. When they didn't get that first down and they got to that 3rd and 1, gave them the chance to run this down and never let Mahomes touch the ball.
Here's the rookie for the win, for the division. Clark Harris, the snapper. Huber, the holder. straight away from 20 yards. McPherson, the kick is good, and the Bengals have won the AFC North.
You talk about the jungle. Welcome to the jungle. They're back. The Bengals won the division. Kansas City drops possibly the #1 seed. Is it Tennessee, Jim?
Tennessee moves into the 1 with its win today over Miami.
What a shocker. It's Cincinnati and Joe Burrow with one of the the best game he's played in a big-time situation. He played great last year, but 30 for 40 for 446 yards, 4 touchdowns.
That sequence at the end, just when you think you've seen it all, that was a new one.
That was 9 plays. I mean, how many plays on that last drive? Perfect snap and hold. Well, we're going to find out where we are next week. I don't know yet, Jim. There's so many options. But that last drive had 15 plays, Jim.
Unbelievable. 6 minutes, 74 yards. The 8-game win streak comes to an end for Andy Reid and the Chiefs, who have lost pole position in the AFC playoffs. Going in to Week 18, Tennessee moves to the top position. Tennessee's in. Buffalo is in with its win today. New England, Cincinnati have all made it into the playoffs today on the AFC side, joining Kansas City, which qualified with its AFC West Division win last week, but falls today out of the coveted 1 spot. My goodness, here is
what
how
just
it looks
happened
at the moment. Turnover at the top. Cincinnati has a division title.
I mean, look at the #1 seed. I mean, there's so many possibilities now for.
Burrow will not even have to play next week at their game against Cleveland. You know, he's just gotten hurt here. We don't know to the extent of it, but
wow.
Bengals are in, clinching the AFC North.
Chargers, Raiders next week.
There's going to be some big ones.
Spot probably. That's going to be in it.
Final score is Cincinnati 34, Kansas City 31. Coming up next, the State Farm postgame.